Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Morgan County Movers and Shakers. My name is Jan Sullivan, and I'm your host. And on today's show, we have Garrett Bearden. He is the owner of Classic City Trash Valet. I'm so excited for you to get to know him and his business. So, thank you, Garrett, so much for being here today. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us and tell us about your business. Are you ready to get going?
It's my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity, Jan, and for putting this together.
Absolutely. All right. Well, how about telling me a little bit about your business? How'd you get started?
Okay. So, several years ago, I was working a full-time job and had a side hustle that I was doing at night. And as I was driving to Athens 5 days a week, um, I quickly realized that I was the gopher doing the work, and somebody else was raking in the money. So I decided to try my hand at being a small business owner and open Classic City Trash Valet at the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, to service apartment communities in the Athens area. And we gave that a go for about 6 or 7 months, still working a full time job. And it was a little bit of a struggle getting it off the ground. We also listed our business on Google Maps and started getting calls in Morgan County for residential garbage pickup. And so we decided to refocus our energy from apartment communities to residential garbage pickup in the Morgan County area. And it has led us to where we are today, where we do offer residential garbage pickup for all of Morgan County outside of the city limits, as well as junk removal. And we do also offer some residential trailer rentals as well.
Okay, nice. So tell us, where did the name come from?
So, we wanted at first wanted to focus on the Athens area, Classic City, downtown Athens, apartment communities, and that um, business typically is called trash valet, where they take the garbage from the residence door and take it to the on-site compactor. So, that is where our name came from, Classic City Trash Valet.
I think I recall seeing that in my niece's apartment complex down and no, she was in Atlanta. Well, there's something like that in Atlanta too.
Yes.
Okay, that's where you got it from. All right. So where are you originally from?
So I grew up in Macon, Georgia. Me and my wife grew up in the same town and spent my childhood there, and until we moved away for college.
Okay. Did you go to UGA?
I went to Emmanuel College.
Okay.
So the other side of that is I am also a youth pastor
Oh, nice.
and have been doing that for 17 years.
Me too. So how did you get started? Like, what was it like when you started?
Great question. Obviously, I don't have a background in the garbage removal industry. And so, it was a lot of learning the business, learning how to own a business, learning how to be a small business owner. And so there was a huge learning curve in the process, but we feel, blessed to be in this community and to have the customers that we serve.
Mhm. So, what drives you to do what you do? What motivates you to keep going every day?
I would say the satisfaction of being able to provide a service for Morgan County and provide for a need that was here that I didn't even realize was here. So that brings satisfaction every day. Um, and being able to provide something that was in need.
Mhm. What surprised you most when you started your business?
Um, I would say one of the things that surprised me most was the support that the community has for small business owners in Morgan County. We have really seen a great amount of support for the small business owner. And That's been a pleasant surprise for us. And also, one other surprise is they tell you when you own a business, you're married to your business. You don't really realize what that means until you own a business.
Yeah.
How time consuming it is to run a business and own a business.
I totally agree with that. What is something that most people don't know about your business?
I think I would say that this is something that we hear quite often is we didn't realize that there was a residential garbage business that offered service where I live. And, we hear that people could have tried to find services for several years and just didn't realize. And so I think that just getting our name out there and letting people know that, yes, we do serve all of Morgan County.
So they don't have to carry their trash
Correct.
to the pickup places.
That's
They will come get it for them.
that's correct. Yep.
What would they say that they love most about your business?
I would say how dependable we are, and that we provide a service that we say we're going to provide, and I think that is has been the missing piece for a while here, and so it feels good to be able to at this point provide that service for people.
Yes. So, oddest request from a client. What's the weirdest thing you've had to pick up?
Wow. We've got some requests. We have had to do a hot tub removal and
Oh, wow.
demolition, and that was pretty interesting. It's our first one. Um,
Those
so
aren't easy to move.
that they're heavy. They're heavier than you realize. Yeah. Um, so those kind of things, the rest of it is pretty typical, garage clean outs and just stuff that have been laying around people's yard and their house for a long time. And then of course residential garbage.
So, what are your goals for the next year?
Our goal is to continue um, growing throughout the county. We have grown we started with just the bed and pickup truck, and have grown to several trailers. That's how we provided service. We have now a rear load garbage truck. Our goal for 2024 is to add to that fleet and to double our customer base by the end of 2024.
Okay, sounds good. And knowing that those are your goals, what do you see as your biggest challenges?
I would say the biggest challenge is keeping up with the need
Mhm.
for our service requests, considering, the needs that we have in the business for, a vehicle fleet and personnel and people coming to work and showing up
Showing up.
to work.
Hmm. That's a big challenge in this
It is.
area. Yeah. So, how long have you lived in Morgan County?
I've lived here for 7 years. Moved here in 2017, the
Yeah.
early part of 2017.
Why did you choose Madison?
So we accepted a job offer here for a student ministry position,
Okay.
and we're still fulfilling that role.
Okay. And what are your favorite restaurants in Madison area?
That's a great question. There's a lot of great restaurants. That's hard to
See what you
choose.
pick because one of them gets picked over and over again. I'll see what you come up with.
Um, that is difficult to answer, to be honest with you. We have several that we frequent regularly. Amici's is definitely one of the favorites of ours. You can't go wrong with the Mexican restaurant. And then, some of the others that, we frequent regularly, like Cracker Barrel and those kind of places.
And have you witnessed any significant changes since you've been here?
Oh, it seems like there's a lot of people moving to Madison from out of town.
Yeah.
Maybe from the Atlanta area or, just the outlying areas. It seems like there's a consistent incoming of new residents.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's normal or if it's just something that I picked up on because I'm providing services for those people that are moving to Madison. But that is something that I've personally noticed myself.
And what would you like to see improve here?
Great question. Maybe the traffic on Main Street on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, those big trucks cutting around that corner on Washington is tough.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
I agree. What is something that most people don't know about you?
Okay. Uh,
So you don't want me to lie, but
that could be a tough question as well. Um, I do have family that live near Madison. I have a twin brother that lives in Seattle that I'm very proud of.
okay.
And
Identical fraternal.
he's fraternal.
Okay.
And my parents live in Macon. So we're familiar with Madison in the area, even though we seem like we're coming from the outside.
You got roots here.
We've got roots in the general vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
Oh, it's so important to me to keep businesses here in Madison because it benefits the community. It's kind of a revolving beneficiary for not only the business owners but the community as a whole. It keeps, a lot of times it keeps the taxes local, it keeps the income local, and it keeps the support local rather than supporting some of these huge companies that um, don't honestly could really care less about
Yeah.
the residents of
Yeah.
Morgan County.
Yeah, it's as if the local businesses they care more for the people because we know each other.
Correct.
So it's not just a service that we're offering, but it's a relationship that we're offering.
Correct.
Um, what is your most memorable customer experience?
Mm. Oh, um, I love the appreciation, especially from maybe some of the elderly customers that really appreciate um, the times that we try to go above and beyond for those that could use a little extra help. And so those are the ones that stick out to me, and the ones that really mean a lot to us is those customers that really appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want to have to deal with all that stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
Favorite places to go in Morgan County?
We love being outside. So we like to visit those activities that take place outside, of course, Town Park, and some of the festivities that take place there. We also enjoy the river and the lake as well. And so those are the areas that like to enjoy our free time.
Okay. What else do you do besides work? You alluded to it a minute ago, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do a lot of work right now. But
it's a small business.
it is. But in my free time, I spend it with my family and hanging out with teenagers as well. So those are our passions.
Great. So, anything exciting going on that customers need to know about?
Um, I would say that just the continued support and the growth that we've seen just this year alone, to me is exciting and encouraging, and I think that it's exciting for Morgan County, for to have that other option,
Oh yeah.
other than just the national retailers that provide the same service.
And what is the best way for customers to contact you?
We do have a website. It's in classiccitytrashvalet.com. And we have a Facebook page as well. And so we ask you to feel free to join us online or look us up on Google Maps and see some of our progress there as well.
And now on Park Bench.
Park bench.
Um, let's see. Who from your childhood has had the biggest impact on you, and what did that person teach you?
Oh, that's a great question too. I would say there's a lot of people that have poured into my life and helped make me who I am today. As I'm still striving to be a better person. But I would have to say that one person that has really probably molded me into who I am right now is my father, who worked really, really hard and uh, owned a small business as well, and modeled what it looked like to be committed, to serving people.
Okay. So, knowing that you work with young people, I'm sure they come up to you all the time. And if they were to ask you for advice on how to live their life, what would you tell them?
Mm. Mm. Um, I would say to young people is to find out who you truly are and be committed to that, find your path, and then be disciplined and committed to sticking to that no matter what and no matter who may say anything about you. Be committed to who you are.
Be committed to who you are. Okay.
Yeah.
And if there was an organization, a nonprofit organization in the area that you wanted to support, what would be one that you would list or one that you would think of offhand in Madison? In Madison?
A nonprofit.
Yeah, like a volunteer opportunity for people.
Um, Obviously churches. I'm big, as part of churches. There's also a feeding program that takes place every Saturday morning. Um, and I think that's a great opportunity and program for people to get plugged in and involved in the community. And those are two big ones, but I know there's many more.
Well, that's one of my goals too, is to start listing out,
Yeah,
what people know, because a lot of people don't know what they don't know.
correct.
So
That's right.
try to get that out there.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I think that'd be beneficial.
Well, that about wraps up another fantastic episode of Morgan County Movers and Shakers. If you enjoyed our conversation today, I'd be thrilled if you could show some love by hitting the like button. And if there's something you didn't quite vibe with, go ahead and hit the dislike button. That's okay. We want your feedback. I want to hear from you whether you have questions, feedback, or simply just want to share your opinion. Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And remember, if you know someone who should see this interview and discover this hidden gem in Morgan County, please hit the like and share button. Together, we can give our community the exposure that it deserves. Now, to never miss another exciting episode filled with intriguing local business owners like today's guests, make sure to subscribe to the show and hit the like the bell notification icon thing, because we want you to stay in the loop and know the heartbeat of Morgan County. Don't Let's see. Plus, your engagement plays a vital role in supporting local businesses, professionals, and leaders in our community. By interacting with this content, you're telling the platforms to share it with more people, contributing to the growth of our area. Thank you in advance for your valuable support. And speaking of supporting local professionals, if you're looking to buying or investing in real estate, you can contact me. My name is Jan Sullivan. I'm with eXp Realty, and I have 2.5 years of experience in this area and have a deep understanding. And I know a lot about the community because I'm taking the time to invest in learning our community. But whether you're ready to make a move or not, and you just want to talk real estate, give me a call. All of my information will be provided below in the comments area of this video. I'd love to help you find your way to this incredible neighborhood that I live in. So thank you so much, Garrett, for taking the time to speak with us today. Classic City Trash Valet. Okay. Yes. Get on it. If you don't live in the city of Madison and you don't have public pickup, this is the guy you need to call. All right. Thank you all so much. And thank you again.
Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it.
All right. My pleasure.